Shots of light, planes in full span, hunting beauty beyond any plan. Birds and cameras, that's our vibe. On the Everywhere Pod show we thrive.
Welcome, Sparrows and Pharaohs, to the Fallout 4 podcast. I'm your host, Kyle. Matt's over there, and I don't know what he's doing, but we're here to come back and come in your face. So, yeah, we're here.
Let's get this shit over so we can go play Fallout 4.
I know, right?
It's funny that you said Fallout 4 podcast because my thing was, I was going to say, let's just get this over so I can go play it. So it's funny that you...
That's so good.
Yeah. You took the limelight from me.
I didn't... Well, that's the thing. Like, we both were like, we're going to say something, and then apparently it was the same something.
Yeah, we didn't tell each other.
No.
We've been a while since we potted, so I think, like, this is one's well-deserved.
Oh, yeah.
We had a couple, I don't think I told you, but we had a couple people reach out and said, what happened to the pod? I believe I told them that we broke up to first. And then I'm like, no, I'm kidding. We're literally recording tonight. Like, this was just today. People are like, it's been a while. Like, where are you guys?
I had dinner with my dad a couple weeks ago, like for Christmas. And I was just, it's so good. I was mentioning something, and I said something about the podcast, and he's like, oh, right, I've never actually listened to that. So I sent him a link, and then he's listened to a few now. And today he messaged me, like, if I went to work today, because it was, like, ridiculous snow.
Crazy day, yeah.
And I was like, no. And he was like, great day for a podcast. And I was like, actually, we are recording today.
Yeah. It's crazy when, like, family members start to listen and stuff.
Yeah, I always assumed that, like, people close to you would be like your first listeners or first to whatever, but then I realized that like people close to me do shit that I don't follow, so I'm like, why would I expect them to do that?
Right, yeah. And then you find out like your boss listens or something, you're like, did
if
I
my
say
old
something
ones
I
listen,
wasn't
I don't
supposed
care.
to? Yeah. You got a new job.
Yeah,
You were jobless for the last recording.
the last few. It was since
Was it actually the last few? Because we've
early
we've
November.
been a few weeks off.
Yeah, it was like the beginning of November.
Okay.
And I started Monday this week at the new one. So
There you go.
math. Someone can math that.
Yeah, you've been telling me how long we've been absent. You can figure out how long Kyle has that job.
Exactly. But like there was that added to some holiday shenanigans, and then I think the two that we normally would have scheduled would have been on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Yeah. Just not.
No, we're not
gonna
doing
do
that. No, like we don't make any money at this.
No.
Nor should we. But no, we like no.
Then and then
you don't want to hear us ramble while you're hanging around with family.
But what if we like were partaking in like substances, like, or like I'll say drinking heavier than this, and we did a holiday episode or something that'd be like kind of fun for the future. Whoa!
So you're saying for like 2026, like we just record one and get a little fucked up.
Yeah, a little Christmas up. We
I
had
don't remember
Christmas
last
lights
time I
last
was fucked up.
On
Certainly not on
liquor
alcohol
or other things.
Liquor. I smoke a little dope, but like, no alcohol. No, I can't remember. I bet I would feel like death. Like, I think
after?
I'd want to instantly be like, I don't want to be like this anymore. Like, you remember the spins where you had to put a leg down on the floor? Have you ever had to do that?
I didn't really drink anything until I was like early 20s.
Okay, that's when I stopped.
No, fair.
I started like 13, 14, and I drank like and partied hard until like I think 22, and then my wife and I started dating around then, and then we just kind of like started dating. Within a year, we got a apartment, and then life started. We drank a little bit, but it wasn't like it was in the teens.
Yeah, I find that I prefer. This is a weird start to the show. I prefer you doing. I don't smoke anything really. But I do weed oil because I find it doesn't hit as fast, but it's sustained for longer, and I feel great the next day.
Yeah.
So like compared to getting drunk one night, it like you feel like ass the next day. But I feel like ready to go and at ease the next day.
When I eat it, because it breaks down a little different through your liver, I think, or something like that. When it kind of like when you take it in that way, maybe not the oils, maybe that goes right into the bloodstream or whatever.
I don't know.
Certainly when you eat it, it does. I do find I'm groggy a little bit in the morning.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas if I smoke it like 20 minutes later, I'm like, okay, let's smoke another one.
Yeah, that's what I've heard anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's fun.
I've cut out a lot though over the last little while.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't do it during the week. Mostly just
Yeah,
weekends and
same.
eat like Friday, Saturday kind of thing.
Yeah, or anytime with Teddy, like we'll smoke 12 joints while we're shooting. Like it's insane.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
I wonder if that makes
No,
you
it's
more
not.
or less creative.
less.
Oh, do you notice?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, 100%. Like way more complacent to sit in one spot
Yeah.
and light up another one. Like it's more like it certainly becomes more of like a social aspect of it
Yeah.
to a degree. Like I don't mind like laying on the ice looking for deuces with like Teddy, and like I hear him just, and then I see a hand come over. I'm like, fuck, we're doing another one, and then like yeah, stuff's happening, but like. When I go out my own, like I might smoke one when I first get there, and then like it might not be for a few hours because I kind of get like tractor beams in the
Yeah.
zone. And I notice like I get what I want, and then I go home, and then I might have one later. But like yeah, it's one after another with Teddy, which is not a bad thing, but I think it does hinder a little bit of the creativeness. You think it wouldn't, but
I just thought of an
He-
idea.
you might
For
miss
you.
things. Yeah, what's up?
You got to get bokeh of Teddy lighting up in the background.
Ooh, I need to. Yeah, that'd be funny. Have him like have him in the other shoreline or something.
Yeah.
Just a
Like,
big
I-
heater. Just
Yeah. Like I saw him across when we were shooting last weekend. I saw him
Yeah.
across the way, and I was
Yeah,
just
we
thinking,
did shoot last weekend.
yeah, that's sort of why we're recording today is because we were going to do it last week, and like
We were.
we should go somewhere first.
Yeah, we got to be transparent. We were going to get back at it last week,
Mhm.
but we both decided since we were going the Saturday,
Saturday morning.
that we were going to go look for some deuces. That's
Do spin.
duck species for the new listeners and the ones that forgot that we existed. That's exactly what we
Do you
did.
think they're coming back now, or have we just lost them forever?
I think I'm almost just making sure I haven't forgot because it's been
Oh,
a few
yeah,
weeks.
Stretch
I'm
our
blaming it on.
If
I'm
this is a
blaming
rough
it-
one, guys, you got to give us a break.
Yeah, I'm blaming it on the viewers, the viewership.
Definitely what it was. It's not our
Yeah.
fault. It's your
Yeah,
fault.
So yeah, we did. We went out, and you got out. The funniest thing is I've been going out and I've been using the
That
2.8,
tree hundo.
the 300 2.8, and which we really haven't talked about much. I said I was getting a lens, kind of
Mhm.
talked about it, and then we had Matt Bruce on, and
Yep.
then we didn't really discuss it too much. But I've been using that, and like the cool thing about the 300 2.8 or anything 2.8 is any light is 2.8 light.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel confident in like the fact like I can go at any time as long as there's any ambient light and kind of make something happen or try to mess around a little bit. Yeah, it takes a little more skill and technique to get something. Like I have a lot of terrible shots, and a
Mhm.
few keepers. But I noticed that when you were there, and you said this to me yesterday or 2 days ago, that you're like I should have tried more before the light came up.
Yeah.
Because you kind of saw some images that you sent me that kind of were messing with light and the light
Mhm.
bouncing off some ice and stuff like that. And you're like, damn, I should have actually done more with F9 in that light.
Yeah. I like I feel like I've said before, I don't like art very well, I don't think. I think that if I was going to say I had any strength, it would be almost the like bird book style or like in situ. So there would be like a duck floating or see, I believe birds east. Yeah, those are drawings, isn't that drawings?
Yeah. Drawings.
Yeah.
Drawings.
But
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. Cut me off.
I just had
Who
it
cares?
sitting there. My wife brought it down, and I'm like, that's perfect.
I got a. I'm this tangent now. I was at my mom's house, and her boyfriend sells antiques, and he gets like books all the time. And she's like, "Is this book useful to you?" And it was Birds of Kitchener-Waterloo Region, and I was like,
Oh.
"Why so specific?"
Yeah, that's very. I mean, but if you think of eBird and how specific people can be in a certain region, I know Shay was like really into like staying in Peel and getting all the Peel birds he could.
Okay.
So it gets it gets very convoluted into small little regions. So I'm assuming someone went, I probably have the bird count. I got to make a bird book
Yeah,
about it.
maybe.
I guarantee it was some tryhard.
Oh no, it was like a field guide. It wasn't like a pictured
No,
book.
no, I understand that, but
Yeah.
it was probably just some guy that had like the record at the time. He was
Oh,
like, I'm
maybe.
gonna make a book about it.
Yeah. The
Nerd.
nerd. But then he said that there was other ones that were like London,
Mm.
Toronto, and he's like, do they change much? And I was like, I would say most of the birds would be the same, but like
Yeah.
Toronto, you have like the big water.
The flyaway kind of zone type, or like the TTP where they might like go there first. And you think you get
Yeah.
more of those type of birds. I am definitely not up on that type of stuff. But
No.
I would imagine it would have a few more rare species than inland or like Kitchener Waterloo would. Yeah.
But like, where are they gonna go in KW? Like,
I don't know.
frick all.
Yeah, I don't. I can count on one finger how many times I've been to the K Dub.
That's
Maybe
enough.
2.
For me,
Yeah, so
having lived there for 30 years, that's enough. You don't
Yeah,
need to go more than
I
that.
came, I saw, I said, yeah, it looks like most everything else.
It
I think
just-
the highway goes like this and around it, and that's about it.
it's all good.
Yep. It's usually when I'm going like London way or something. I'm like, oh, look it's the K Dub.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a boring drive past, especially past Cambridge. It's like just flat, fucking nothing. And
To Windsor, like
Yeah.
you go that way. Oh my gosh, it's
Gross.
5 hours from my house just to get to the border there, and you're like, okay, 3 hours more, and we're in Ohio. It's like 5 of those hours were Ontario. That's why I like going to I-95. So it's only like 2.5 hours to get over.
Yeah.
Then you feel like you're in the States.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to shooting. I was looking at some light and I'm not good at positioning kind of the bird in light that's unique, I think.
Mhm.
So when we got there, it was like dark, and there was just some odd lights that were kind of making cool colors on just a sheet of ice that ducks were standing on.
It was
So
like
I
it
was
was
like-
like curling ice.
Yeah, it was like
It was
bumpy.
stippled. Yeah.
And I thought that like I could maybe get like a silhouette of a duck, but then this is probably where you're gonna go. Life's great at 2.8, but then like the whole ground,
I think I'm getting to him, guys.
yeah, but the whole ground is like in focus, mostly around the duck. So it's just like, I know, but like I wish that it wasn't that way. And then if I zoomed in to kind of use compression to my advantage, it was just duck. So
Right.
zooming back, it just was.
Right.
It wasn't what I wanted.
Right.
So I have to get a 400 2.8 now. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's why Lightroom came out with Lightroom lens blur
Oh, that's true.
for anyone 6'3" or
Wow.
or larger in number.
I just thought of
Not-
something. You should have a lens that matches your height. I don't mean you, but everybody. So if you're 6'3", you should have a 6'3" lens. So I'm 5'6", so I could get a nice lens.
Yeah, I'm definitely not 6'3". I'm definitely closer to 5'6". I think I'm 5'8", 5'7".
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'll just crawl around and be like, I'm 2'8".
Yeah, exactly.
Never
I'm 2'8".
stand up. Never stand up.
Yeah, well, that's what I did for the rest of the time. Basically, is
Never stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I paid for it the next day. I was laying on pointy rocks and
Yeah.
shells, and
And you laid down in a more comfortable area when we were overshooting the boat launch area than
Mhm.
over on the other side, on the east side, where
Yeah.
it's man-made kind of rock break wall type of thing. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, which is a lot. Like I was really really sore the week before when Teddy and I were there. We were 5 hours on those rocks, and it's just
Yeah.
using the back screen and bending down and kind of like looking like a chimp. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Just foraging
Yep.
for hours. So yeah, totally. I understand that.
part of the gig.
Yep.
And I was showing some of the people at the new workplace my pictures. It's funny. I think I said this last time, but when you tell people bird photography, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
then
are
you
you the
show
bird
'em-
guy there now already?
oh yeah," like
Yeah, okay,
immediately.
good.
But you show them some pictures you've taken, and they're like, "Oh, like bird photography." I'm like, "Yeah, dude,
Mhm.
don't fuck around."
Yeah, birds are great.
One of the guys was his wife does photography, like
Mhm.
sounded hobby wise, but then I was asking him what she shoots, and he's like, it's a new Canon. It just came out like last year, and I was like, he said five
R5
something.
II.
And I was like, it's an R5 Mark II. He's like, that's it. And I'm like, that's a sick camera. Like,
Yeah, it's a
Good for her.
$5,000 camera.
Yeah. But I was showing my boss my lens, and that guy was like, is that a 70 to 200? And I was like, no, it's a 200 to 800.
Yeah. Which they're almost the same size.
I mean, like
They're
800 would
not.
extend more, but I think collapsed.
Yeah, collapsed. Like I could see how somebody that's not quite knows but knows would be like, oh,
Yeah.
is that? Yeah, I get that.
And he said something that I've been thinking about, but then I thought about it more, and I think that he that
There's
I
the
understand.
Kyle everyone misses.
Yeah. So
Rain right now is going, oh, that Kyle guy.
he said he had a 400 that was really heavy, and I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, yeah, it was built in like 1993 or something. And then I said, is it the
Brick.
2.8? He was like, no, I think it's like 5 something. I'm like, oh, you have the 400 5.6. He's like, yeah, I think that's what it is. He's like, it's really heavy. I was like,
Not really.
but if you're shooting with like a 35 or a
Yeah.
28 to 70 or 24 to
for
70,
sure. I can see barrel
It would be
length,
different.
the dipping, the weight
Yeah.
is off. Yeah, for sure.
because we're used to holding the big ones. So when you get small ones, it's smaller.
I'm still here. Don't worry. Just closing my window.
You got taller.
No, I'm 2.8. Remember?
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, I see that. I actually thought he did have the 2.8 for a second there, but
Mhm.
the 5.6, it can't be more than
No.
3.5 pounds or something.
I didn't look it up, but the 300 f4, which is like a brother lens to that thing, is not that heavy at all. But I imagine they're just used to using because it sounded like they were doing like landscapes or portraits or something like that. Like it wasn't something you would need much zoom for.
Right.
But it was just interesting. But yeah, I am definitely already the bird guy, and it's been a
I'm not
little bit of fun.
surprised.
No,
I'm not surprised you went in there and just staked your claim and said, nobody else. I'm the guy.
I'm the bird guy. Everyone else, fuck off.
Yep. Get your own thing.
Yep, it's my thing.
Back off. Get your own sandwich. Remember that commercial?
That's one of the best commercials that's ever happened.
Yeah, it was
And I
great. don't even know what
reference it
commercial
all
was.
of the
Was
time.
it Miracle Whip or something? I don't even know. what it
No.
was.
So recently I went to look it up because I thought it was like Subway or something like that
Okay.
because of the sandwich thing.
Yeah.
It's like maple leaf meat. It's like
Oh,
a
okay.
lunch meat or something.
So it's a Canadian, straight
Yeah.
up Canadian commercial. Well, of course that's why it's so good.
That's why it's the
Sorry
best.
for our American listeners, which I think are like Canada. You got to pull your shit up. Like I think the U.S. we have more
Oh.
listeners from the States.
There's more
Not that-
of them.
We love you guys down in the States, but like Canada, like
Do we? I'm just joking.
show up. Yeah, of course. Of course. We love the people of America.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
But-
they're going too political. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, the back off, get your own sandwich. S tier commercial. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the
Yeah. Before we started recording, we were talking about 90s Maple Leafs,
Yes.
jerseys, stuff like that, and we were guessing dates and years. Yeah,
This
Felix
started
Potvin
it.
up there.
Yeah, you can't tell,
and-
but that's Felix, the cat.
Yeah, the one at the
Over
top.
here.
Oh, the one on the right. Sorry.
Yeah, the wood looking. How do I
Yeah.
point? That one.
Yeah, there you go. And
For all the
now
listeners, it's
now
this
I'm
one.
wondering when the back off, get your own sandwich commercial was.
I didn't look that up, but I would guess 95. I don't know
You think it's
why.
You think it's that old?
Yeah.
Well, you keep talking while I
Okay.
try to
Uh,
figure out how to Google this.
I was talking about old commercials because like I basically stream everything and I pay for YouTube, so I don't see many ads anymore. If I do, they piss me off and I try to get rid of them. But some of the old ads like that are fucking great, and I'm just wanting ads to come back in that sort of style. Like it wasn't even like trying to throw something at you. It's just kind of like a funny thing for me, and it was great.
I think this is the right. It says December 4th, 2000. Does that seem right?
Is that on YouTube or is that just like a thing that
Maple
Google
Leafs
told you?
Food. It came out in '99.
Oh, 99. Okay, it's-
that article was 2000, but anyway,
Oh, okay.
yeah, 99.
Yeah.
Good. That was not bad. It was a good guess.
Well, I don't know. It was Was Felix still? No, Felix wasn't the goalie at that point. I don't think. I think we
He
talked.
was till
Maybe
98.
Yeah.
91 to like 98 or something
Yeah.
like that.
for all you Maple Leaf fans from the '90s. I have no idea about them now. I've
They
stopped
suck.
watching hockey. Yeah, I started watching race cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pointing at my hat, which is a McLaren
that-
hat.
Yeah, McLaren. Yeah, and I asked him already. Yes, for everyone that's watching, he did match his hat to his headphones. That's
Yeah.
Kyle. He's the bird guy. That's him.
My fashion sense is probably like the opposite of everybody. So all of my clothes in the middle are like dark blue, black, or gray.
Hmm.
Really.
Mhm.
I don't have many things that go. I have a couple lighter blue shirts because I really like a teal, like a
Oh, teal's nice.
turquoise
I'm a
almost.
fan of teal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gasoline green.
That's too green for me.
Really?
Yeah, when it
like
gets
that in
greeny,
au-
I
like
don't
that
like
in
it.
cars.
Okay.
But anyway,
But the top of me and the bottom of me are always wacky.
accessories.
So yeah, I'll
You-
have
you
like
accessorize with color. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll have like orange headphones or like an orange hat or a brighter hat, and I
You're kind
have
of like an exotic duck.
yeah. So or just yeah, or what bird has like a cool head but a boring body? So those European goldfinches have like the red face and like
like
the
the
little yellow.
bullseye?
I think
Bullseye?
bullseye?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
No.
No.
We do have some European listeners. Right.
Oh,
now,
I got one. Like a
Yep.
king eider. Like it's got
Okay.
a big old bright schnoz, but the back
Mhm.
is kind of just
Mhm.
like
I've
neutral
only
colors.
seen the hundreds of photos. I haven't actually of the local
I've only
ones.
seen the local hundreds of photos one.
There's two things that are like popping up, or that have popped up that are very popular right now. It's the king eider, which
Mhm.
understandable. It's giving everyone good looks.
Yep.
It's with the long tail. That's cool. I might end up getting it there. The the long tails. That's right. That was good. Clip
Thank
it.
you.
The good
Clip
thing,
it.
the cool thing about that is, I guess it's in a plumage that you rarely see them in.
Yeah.
And then there's a northern hawk owl out Ottawa way that I'm pretty sure people are coming from kilometers away.
That's not the other one I thought you were going to say.
Oh.
Do you know about the other one? There's a European robin in
Oh,
Quebec
really?
somewhere. Yeah.
Oh,
like
I haven't
the
heard of that one.
Red face, like the little
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
There's
wondering
one
if
over
I've
in
seen
Quebec
those
somewhere.
because I do have lots of like European like I follow on Instagram, and
Mhm.
I'm wondering if I'm just assuming they're just European guys. I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah, it could be. But I don't remember
Interesting.
where. I think it's in Quebec somewhere.
Okay,
But yeah, there's a bunch of people going that way to see that thing, which
Mm,
makes sense.
alright.
That's
that
kinda cool.
makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, the hawk owl thing is kind of like I don't like when people drive long distances for owls. The
Owls
duck is-
specifically.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's
Well,
just
I know
kinda
what you mean.
my
You mean
thing.
for a owl that's probably weird to the area, but if you're driving
Yeah.
long distances to see where they're supposed to be, that would be
If you're going to
Yeah.
like Zaxton Bog to go see great gray owls because they're like well known in Minnesota, there, yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. Or Manitoba or Alberta, like yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. But if you have one that's come down far enough that it does winter down here, but I feel like there's only one in Ontario, or you would assume there's only one in Ontario because that's the only one you're seeing.
Yeah.
So kind of an issue with that where it's like I guarantee there are more, but nobody is going to put the effort into finding where it is.
Yeah.
Just kind of becomes like a pin thing. So that's what I don't like. Whereas like the eider is kind of like, well, it's just out on the lake. Some days
Yeah.
people don't see it. The other times they definitely do, and they get really good looks. And sometimes it's choppy water, and they don't. It's you're confined to what the weather is that day and what
Mhm.
its mood is. Whereas like with an owl, like you're basically there. I wouldn't say disturbing. I don't know. It just kind of feels more greasy for me to
I know what
go
you're saying.
that much further.
Like a
Without getting
duck-
too,
a
controversial,
duck
but
is like generally in the open and can kind of go away.
yeah.
But
Could
an
fly around
owl-
a point. You're not gonna
Yeah.
walk around the point a kilometer to like you might, but you probably won't intercept it.
But an owl, yeah, you can kind of not corner them, but maybe corner
Yeah.
them. Kind of.
Yeah, and I would argue that the hawk owl, me seeing one before, is probably one of the ones that you're not going to piss off the most. They seem to just kind of do their own thing, and they seem to be pretty successful hunters, whether it's people around or not.
Yeah.
But I'm just seeing more and more and more and more of the same shots from the same day, from the same, like so many people. And I'm just like, I can count now, like there was 12 people there that day at that point.
Mhm.
And that's the 12 I follow. There's probably 40 more that I don't even
Oh, yeah.
know.
100%.
So like it's just kind of one of those things. That's just kind of grind my gears.
Yeah, like
Because there's so many other owls you pass. There's so many other like opportunities that you've passed. Or
absolutely.
yeah,
Last week I had to go into town to I was buying headphones actually. And I was cruising for Snowies before that. And I went down one of the roads that I normally would fart around on, and there was 3 cars pulled over on the left, and I was like, that's definitely an owl. Like occasionally you see a car pulled over for whatever reason, but when there's 3 or like more, you're like,
Yep.
all right, something's going on.
Yep.
So I don't want to add to that when I see that, so I don't stop generally, but I wanted to see where the owl was.
yeah, you rubberneck a little.
Couldn't really see it because I didn't really stop. I just kind of went past and I took a picture of the 3 cars there because it pissed me off. And then drove around a little bit more. The guy with the headphones finally texted me back, so I went to get those, and I did some more snooping on the way back. But it was probably 2 hours after I had left that spot, and I was like, I'll go check now, thinking that it would have frigged off or something would have changed or the people would have moved on. There was 10 cars when I got back. There was the first
And the
3.
owl hadn't moved.
No. There was like the first 3 cars were still where they were, but then there was a couple more in front behind them. And then where it was on an intersection. And there was a couple cars on the other street trying to, I guess, see it from a different angle.
Yeah.
It wasn't in. I sent Matt a screenshot of the back of the camera with the 800 fully zoomed, and it was like this big.
You
And
needed
people were
2 more 800s.
Yeah. And people were standing there with like the 150 to 600 type of stuff. And I was like, even on a crop body, like you're not getting that. Or I should say this. The shots that they would be getting would not be ones that I would find particularly interesting.
I was going to say, I did see, I'm pretty sure a couple of those crop bomb photos.
I sent you a hoodie that was just like
Oh
so
my
cropped it was like lacquered.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool sequence.
Yeah.
It was similar to kind of the one similar that I got with like a crayfish.
Mm.
That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yep.
And it's like kind of not throwing it, but
It's like
moving
shaking it
around,
or
and then
picking it,
it decides to gulp it down. But like the eye, and like that little iris, the iris.
Sure. I'm not sure if
the
it's a
iris or
different
whatever.
name
Instead
in
of it being round, it was like semicolon because like the crop decided with the denoise to give it a different shape.
Yeah.
Because there was no geometry left
No.
because of how much crop there was.
No.
So don't
Like,
do that.
The denoise. No, don't
Did
do
you see
that.
how many, did you see how many likes it had though?
I think way too many for what it was.
25,000.
I'm happy I didn't look, but I'm mad that
that's
I
why-
know it now.
And
that I
that's
know
why
now.
people say a moment will always outdo image quality. And it's like, I don't believe that likes are dictating that that moment is better than something that's closer with better image quality. Social media, the liar of everything, the slop, as
Fucking got
the
'em.
Webster's Dictionary word of the year is slop.
Is it?
It is.
Oh.
The Merriam-Webster's Dictionary, yeah, it's slop. Is like, yeah, of course you could show me that and say like, no, here's my proof. This has 25,000 likes, and absolutely, that's great, good for the guy. But that doesn't. It's not definitive that that's
Mhm.
because like put that in a magazine, put that on your wall, and then try to sell it or something. Like a like is worth nothing, you know. It's just very interesting. It's funny. It's funny that something like that would have that many. Why do I care? I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
just- it's
It's a good point.
interesting. It's interesting. Well, I think I care. Actually, this is a kind of quick, good little segment. Like, I think I care because I see a lot of people going. I see a lot of people that are talking about quitting,
Oh,
and that
okay.
Instagram is not giving them what they expect or what they had before, or it's
Mhm.
not getting pushed out to their following. I see a lot of people commenting on people that are wanting to quit, trying to push them to stay and
Mhm.
tell them they're good. And I just see a lot of this like mental kind of health kind of thing going along.
That's fair.
And that's probably why I'm bringing it up a little bit, is because like 25,000 likes of a photo that's crop bombed, you start to feel bad about your work and why your work isn't being seen. And it
Yeah.
shouldn't matter, because if a great photo is a great photo and it's going to be seen somehow, some way, it's going to do its thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And likes
Yeah.
don't really matter. Like you're gonna put it somewhere else other than Instagram. I think Vince said that to me. The photo that I have of a very similar shot to that, he said, "Why is a photo like? Why'd you put a photo like that on Instagram?" And I go, well, "I don't know. I just share what I share." He goes, "I would have kept it for a contest." And I go, "Well, I can still put it in a contest." And his argument was, there are some contests out there that if it gets too big and too viral and it gets seen too much, the shine wears off and it wouldn't give you anything.
Okay.
Some contests out there, like World Photographer of the Year, may not even really look at it because they've seen it or they've seen that it's gone viral or something like that, and they wouldn't consider it. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. I'm not really a contest guy.
Mhm.
I'm also in control because it hasn't been shared a ton. Like it hasn't gone in a lot of hubs and stuff like that. I can take it down if I ever wanted to
Sure.
submit it to something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't exactly know where I was going with that, but like,
No, I think you made some good points. Like,
yeah,
I know we've had discussions that are similar where you or I are upset or just struggling with why aren't this or so and so happening on Instagram? Why is this not going? And like, I know we can both get caught up in numbers, and I've tried to kind of go away from that. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I for sure still do want more numbers. I'm not saying that
Mhm.
that want goes away. A lot. So this is a tangent, but I think it'll fit. So
Yeah,
my wife and I did a diet a few years ago, and we're probably gonna do another one sort of soon. And but the other one was like really restrictive for what we could eat. It did work. We both lost a ton of weight, but people were always asking us like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like, and we're like, "Don't eat anything." And they're like, "Oh," because they're always looking for like a magic bullet or like
hmm
whatever. And then I would get caught up in like the number of weight, and I know like she was too. So it would go up by a couple ticks just because your body did something weird that week, and it would go down and go up, and you start getting kind of tied into these numbers. But really, you're feeling better, you're eating cleaner,
yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
better. So like
exactly.
you could be improving your
Yep,
photography, you could be learning
yep,
things, you could be getting better,
yep.
and you don't necessarily get more likes just because you're better. Like there's all sorts of other factors that go into that.
Mhm.
But you still want that little heart thing to have a bigger number beside it.
hmm I've seen a specific account grow substantially in the last 3 or 4 months. Got
Oh yeah.
really into reels.
Ah.
Went from 4,000, 5,000K to 35,000K. Like, it shot right up. I checked last week; it was like 25. Now it's like 35. Like you're
Ah.
talking about like 10 in a week. The funny thing
And you're
about
jealous?
no,
Good.
no. So here, I hide my like count. I don't want that to define who I am or what anyone thinks
From
that I
you or
am.
from everybody?
Everybody.
That's a
The
good
only
idea.
time, the only way I see it is if I go into my insights. I
Oh,
don't even
no,
see
I
it.
mean, can other people see how many
No,
likes yours? Yeah,
no.
okay.
And I can only see it if I go into the insight of that specific post. The
Mhm.
comments are there, all stuff like that, but I hide the likes completely. That's not to see. It's not to hide that like one may do 80 and then another one do 800.
Mhm.
They're usually pretty consistent, but like it doesn't matter. I don't want it to define me. The interesting thing is I know what my likes are,
Mhm.
and I can compare it to somebody that has like 35,000 that's grown so fast, so quick, doing one thing,
Mhm.
reels. Their posts on their photos are only getting 200.
Yeah.
You have you've built your following around something that's not authentic to what you're wanting to do. Now you're kind of looped into doing the reels and being the real person. And I think that's why a lot of people are having these mental
Mhm.
breakdowns, is because now they get trapped into performing on something that's not authentic or something that they tried to build a following and they got a following, but it's a following that only wants to see a reel. They're not interested in any other work, and it might be a lot of bots too.
That's true.
A lot
Good.
of my ideas and what I keep going back to, and I think I've talked about a lot on here, is authenticity and organic growth.
Mhm.
I just want to grow organically with the work that I produce and have the people that want to see my work come to see my work. I just
Right.
don't want a bunch of like ghost accounts or like bots that are going to inflate and show that my numbers are more than they are. But
You
really
can
comes
buy that,
down
too.
to the meat and you can buy it. That was a big thing before Reels. It was buying it. It
Yep.
was sponsors, posts, promotions.
Or you can, people will like have bot
hubs.
farms that
Yep.
they'll be like, I'll give you this many extra subscribers
remember,
and likes and stuff.
remember before Reels, it was send me this post.
You still get that. I get
You
that
do.
almost every time when I
You
post something.
do. That also has a lot to do with what your hashtags are.
Probably.
So if you use a lot of like world shares and best birds, IG, stuff like that, you'll get a lot of that stuff. And all those are people just trying to get like $10 out of you a month.
But
And they're
how?
just gonna-
I'm not going to pay anybody.
You're
We don't even pay for this.
You're paying, yeah, I know, really, as they can tell. You're paying for a feature on their hub that they might have like 1 million people just so you can gain a couple thousand followers. And the more money you pay, the different hubs you might go to.
Yeah.
If you pay a certain amount, you might only go to 100,000 hub. If you pay a premium, you might go to the million hub. I get it, and it's cool for those people. Like it's passive income for them. They don't really have to do much other than try to get people some likes, and it may work and it may not, depending on what their work is.
Yeah.
But I just there's something interesting. That's kind of what chaps my ass a lot about the reels is it's not really giving you an authentic audience. It's giving you an audience of something that you didn't start for the reason. The people that are doing it authentically, the people that are doing reels that have like millions of views
Mhm.
and millions, they're still authentic. They're doing it because they're really, really good at it. Everyone else is just trying to recreate their magic
Yeah, I think everyone wants to be Travis.
to a degree. And Travis is in the wildlife is larger when it comes to reels, but when it comes to like reels in general, he's small fish.
Yeah.
So, and he's just kind of jumping off of what other people are doing that might be into technology or might be into, it's the 3 tips, 10, 3 tips that are going to improve your photos. There's just those quick little videos and stuff like that,
Top 10, blah, blah, blah.
that Matty McTech guy does. 10 sites that you need to follow to save on Photoshop, stuff like that. It's a recipe.
Yep, that's true.
And they're all just chasing the same recipe to grow a number, and a number means nothing.
I wanted to let that sink in for a bit. Leave a little silence after it. Make it really impact,
I think we get on this a lot, even when we've taken a break, and that's okay because it's such a big part. Where else do your photos go? To work,
the NAS over there, and
the
takes
NAS
up
to
digital
work,
space
and
for
then
no reason.
and then Instagram. There's a reason people still use Instagram, and it's because it still is like the world's foremost leader of people on a platform using it for sharing, media like that. There's still a part for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was listening to Ray and Brad today on their YouTube kind of web thing they do. And I'm pretty sure Ray is working on some sort of site that is for large format viewing. Tablets, computers, not phones, which is interesting. I'd be interested in that.
From a technological point of thinking about that, great idea for like individuals, but on the back end, it's just going to be way more storage, and that's probably why a lot of companies are aiming for smaller things.
I think you could still do it with the same resolution. Like
just
Flickr, for example. I mean, maybe I'm missing what you're saying, but Flickr, like if you don't have a premium account, like it's just like 22,000.
No, I mean for the host. So if you're posting it to Instagram, Instagram is holding that and showing the image. They have to save it somewhere. It's somewhere.
Oh, for sure.
Hard
Yeah.
storage. So the bigger the picture is, the more storage that's going to take up. So the more storage that app is going to need in general.
I would assume that Instagram is free. they make a lot of money on ad revenue, but it's free for the user.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
get you can get a blue check mark. I would imagine something like Ray, like you might have to actually like
pay into.
pay, which is I understand because like you're saying, he might be having a server host.
Well, that's like when Peter McKinnon a couple years ago wanted everybody to go to Vero.
What a loser!
What's up, guys?
No,
I was actually going to start this podcast today like, "What's up, Angry Birds?" But I chickened out and said
You chickened out,
Fallout
you
4
flaked out.
instead. We didn't even
Fallout 4
really
is
hint
great.
on why I called it Fallout 4. We just joked
Fallout-
that it was going to
because
happen.
I don't know. I'm assuming some people listening to this are watching it.
Well, oh, the show. Yeah.
That's
I
why
assume.
it's got quite popular lately.
Yeah.
It's the reason I started playing it because I didn't play it in 2015 when it first came out.
Mhm.
I just recently started playing it because of the popularity of the TV show because I'm actually really enjoying it. And I like Lucy on Drugs and Fuck the Kings. I don't care. I haven't played that game. I don't care about the Kings. I know a lot of people are mad about it.
Sure.
I'm glad she killed them all.
I don't even know what you're talking about, so I'll just be
Did
like,
you not watch the show?
I've never seen the Fallout show, no. I want to
You
watch it. I just
haven't?
haven't got around to it.
Wow, you're like the Fallout guy. It's like your favorite game.
It's up there. So basically, I started playing it because I was unemployed, and I was like, "This will take up a bunch of time, and it'll be great."
Yeah.
And I hadn't played it since sort of it came out, and I started to replay it, and I had fully intended on playing it differently than I did the first time, just to like get a different experience. But I fell right back into doing exactly the same thing I did last time.
Yep.
Which is fine. But
Probably
I just like that Fallout, Skyrim, GTA. Like the big open world you can fart around in them games
Yeah,
are like my favorite.
Those are my games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought you would have been into the show.
I intend to watch it. I should have been watching it, but instead I was playing the game. But then
Yeah.
basically what happened was he started playing it, and then I think saw me playing it, or I mentioned it. And you started asking me questions, and you started like having these ideas and thoughts, and I was like, we're just
I
geeking
had
out
some-
about Fallout for a bit.
I had some time off in the holidays, and I have Amazon, and Amazon Luna is like a streaming service where you can stream games on Luna, and Fallout 4 was on it. So I decided, you know what? Oh, there you go. He's got some quantum.
If people know what this is, they know what this is.
They might.
I've,
I'm sure there's a few of them.
There's probably to be a couple watchers. Basically, I have Jones Soda, I guess, partnered with Fallout and Costco, and had like a 12-pack of the Nuka Grape, the Nuka Quantum, and the Sunset Sarsaparilla.
I never even knew about the grape and stuff like that or the other ones until I started playing Nuka World.
Yep.
And now I'm in Nuka World. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. But we do, so fuck them.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
And I didn't realize there was all kinds of these.
Mhm.
I have so many Nuka
Yep.
bottles now. It's insane that I had to up my carrying capacity.
With a cheat or with a
No.
mod or something.
No. No.
So here's what I do, because I'm a collector in anything, in video games, in real life, hence the headphones and everything else.
In your bird photography.
Bird photography,
Yep.
collecting shitty photos. So I quickly make a base of some sort, but I usually just make a box. So
Yeah.
I'll just swing by, dump all my shit in the box, go out in the
Yeah.
Commonwealth, fuck around, come back, dump my shit in the box, and eventually as I make a new base, I'll like organize
to
the box.
organize
Like
it,
this
yeah.
is the clothes one, this is the
Yeah.
food one, this is the guns one.
Yeah. I like it all on person.
Sure, why not?
All of it. Just
Yeah.
walking around with like this is a huge tangent, but back in the day there was this fake infomercial called the Whip Snake backpack. Did you ever see it?
No.
It was these guys that were out in the desert and they end up taking their tent and their poles and they made this backpack out of the poles and tent that was like 40 feet tall.
That's awesome.
And the guy was like walking along the I'm going to send it to you.
That's awesome.
And basically that's what I feel like my character is with all his loot.
Yeah.
It's just
It'd be cool if in the game you could get like a Brahmin to follow you
Yeah.
around, just like
Yeah.
packed out with all your
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
Probably a mod for that.
Probably. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't want to get too crazy in the mods, but Are we
Yeah,
gonna do a
there's some-
Fallout 4 podcast now?
That's how I introduced it, so I think it's perfectly
It's
legal.
True, yes. Yeah, that's for this one.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah, great game.
Anyway, I'm enjoying it. That's why we started early tonight.
Yeah, I'm
I
actually
thought that you had to get up earlier because you're working Fridays now with the new job. And I mentioned to Kyle, do you want to start at 7 rather than 8? Get you a little early. He goes, oh, I probably won't go to bed till late anyways. I go, okay, well, it gives you more time to play Fallout or whatever. He goes, is that why you want to start early?
yeah.
No.
I'm like on the computer here. I actually bought a new graphics card, which didn't really up Fallout because it's still the thing with Bethesda games. So both Skyrim and Fallout and Starfield and there's a bunch of other ones. They're buggy, but it's almost a feature. Like weird shit will happen, and you're like, "Ha, friggin' Bethesda, that's so funny." And like the graphics card, like it's bad. Like the game was like coded badly or something. So like even in certain areas, like the highest end graphics card can't push more than X number of frames per second because of the way that it was coded and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't really see performance boost up,
Okay.
but it's fun.
I have a very entry level. I have an RTX 3050
In a laptop.
card. Yeah. So it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's only 4 gig VRAM, stuff like that. But I try to cap mine at 60 frames a second. It's better than a console, but yeah. And with like the anniversary mode, like you have that shader pack, the updated so it looks fine, but it would be nice
Yeah, it looks
to
great.
get a 3070 Ti or something like that. But I'd need a whole new laptop to do that. So PC tower, I guess.
My jam. I don't even
What
own
is
a
that?
laptop.
Oh, you can't even. I was gonna say what's that behind you, but they can't see it.
Oh, the box?
No,
You see the box?
Just that beautiful photo.
Oh, the
I can
picture.
see.
There's a TV behind me that got a picture of me that Matt took. I think we've showed it before, like the silhouette
we
of
did.
me.
We did that one episode where we was
We'll do
more
that again.
visual.
Those are fun ones.
Yeah, we had some photos, but we didn't decide not to do that or we haven't really talked about doing it this time.
Yeah.
From last time's shoot.
Yeah.
Anytime we start talking about birds, we start talking about Instagram and how people suck. So we got a tangent off things to just
true.
not piss people off. Oh, it's so true.
All right, we'll go back to birds then. So
All right. Instagram sucks.
Instagram sucks.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually like it. But
So we went to shoot. Basically, you had a bunch of relatively close shots of hooded merganser, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you!"
from the week before,
And you were like,
yeah.
"Well, come with me." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
And when you're looking for a black duck when it's no sun out, it's kind of tough.
for about 2 hours, an hour and a half before the sun came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so eventually Teddy and all three of us went to where you initially saw it, realized there was no ice anymore because it was like 20 degrees in December for some reason.
And we got
Or
like
January.
10 millimeters of rain, so all
Yeah.
that shore ice wasn't there. They're not
Mhm.
sitting on it anymore. Pushed them off. Yep.
So we had to wander around to find where it might be. We went to a different spot, and you kind of want to. What happens is, this is from my perspective. We'll be walking together. Matt will go one way, and I'll go. I might go this way. We'll spread our looking
Yeah.
field
search,
differently.
Search area.
Matt will find something, and I won't find something, and I don't
That's
know.
not what happened this time, though.
That's not really what happened this time. Teddy actually saw them. I guess they were on shore, and just us walking past kind of made him go away. So I was like, I'll park myself around here for a bit. And so then there was a street light or some kind of light across the bay inlet.
There was a street light, and then there was like a yacht club building that had some sparkly lights.
Yeah. And I
Sparkly
thought-
lights at 2.8. Sorry. It's a different world.
Fair, yeah. At F9, it was crisp.
Crisp circles, tiny
Crisp,
circles,
tiny
like
circles.
sprinkles.
Yeah. So I was like, I wonder if I can get the birds swimming through it.
Mhm.
And the problem is, and I think this is where 2.8 probably helps in another way, is the camera physically is seeing more light. Obviously, everyone knows that's what the point of F number is.
That's the math.
But that helps with is the focus. So like you could
Yeah.
focus on a dark object
Yes.
because it's getting enough light to see the dark object.
Yeah.
My F9 was having trouble like locking on or just sticking to the bird, even in not eye autofocus, just conventional.
Mhm.
It wasn't it was tougher to get that. So even if I tried, like I'd either focus on like a ripple behind or before or a jump around.
Right.
So I
And
tried
you
to
got
get
that focus thickness.
yeah, even with that focus thickness, like I still couldn't.
Yeah. Well,
wasn't
but
as-
it's jumping on the ripple because that's still part of that focal plane
Right.
because of the thickness. So it's just like, oh, there's what he wants.
Yeah, and it goes there.
Art.
Oh, there.
It's
there,
showing you that, Kyle. It's showing you the art. And you're like, no.
No, can't do art. And so I tried. I had this. I thought an idea that there was a female, I think, common merganser that was coming. I tried to get her with like it was like kind of a, because the angle I was at, it wasn't like a circle in the water. It was like a line.
Yeah.
And like you have been getting into that like bright lights shenanigans. Like I say shenanigans in a good way because it's like my favorite. So like Brad James and stuff.
I was
that,
going to say,
like,
I call it the Brad James light.
the Brad James light. Right.
Yep.
And I was like, I can't do that with an F9, but I can try. And then I tried to get it, and it frustrated me, and I was like, whatever. So then I just kind of waited in that spot till it was light enough. And by that point, I had 15 mallards around me that didn't give a shit.
No,
I could have
love
picked up the one female. She was
the
chilling.
female right up there.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
And
She was looking for a warm house.
yeah, she could have came home. That'd been fine. She's good looking. And yeah, so the hoodie did come by. Didn't come as close for you, but I don't need that. Like I just want, like I've said before, I like it when if you have the rule of thirds on your screen, if the bird is like touching both lines, I think that's a good distance.
Good size. Yep.
So I got some swim bys. They would come around. I got some really close shots of a bufflehead, but it again, it just because it was dark still, like they're not.
Yeah.
I posted at one point this made me laugh out loud. I didn't tell you this. I posted a picture of a mallard female that kind of stood up and flapped, and I kind of liked the picture because it had her wings kind of framing her face, and she was standing up. It was cool. So I always post the settings, and I think I turned it on really fast shutter speed so I could get like it frozen. But the ISO ended up being like 25,600.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you were like, you commented, leave some ISO for the rest of us.
Save some, bro. Save some ISO for the rest of us.
It was so funny.
Okay, I didn't even notice if you saw it or commented.
No, I did. That was good.
Somebody laughed. Somebody else laughed on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, this guy gets it.
Leave some ISO for the rest of us. It was good.
Yeah, you were using it all that morning.
Yeah, I did. I used every ISO that I had.
Those
But, like-
Bufflehead though, like when they were over by you,
Mhm.
like I corralled them like right into you.
You did.
I went across the little pond, like the little channel, and like I'm okay. They know Kyle's there, but he's so much less threatening than someone standing on like the dock of like a boat launch. So
Yeah.
I kind of like corralled them in, and they started kind of hunting around you. And I thought you were gonna get absolute bangers. Like I actually was like shaking my fist, like yes, and giving you thumbs up. I don't know if you saw, because I'm thinking like, oh,
I was
Kyle's
looking at the
getting the
Bufflehead.
buffles, because I know how much you love the buffs,
Mhm.
the buff boys.
The trouble with the buffs and what was not perfect in this case, but you can't ask for perfect, is you need the right light to show off their like oily head. And when it's dark,
kind of
yeah.
Yeah.
Dark and diffused light
Yep.
doesn't really help for that. So they just look like black and white ducks, which is fine. Like I still like I've said before, I'm still a bird person first. So I enjoy watching them. Like
Yeah,
I've never
absolutely.
been that close to a bufflehead, so like just seeing them fart around
Mhm.
is always fun. So I had a good time, at least just watching them. And then the hoodie, I think you and Teddy were sort of struggling to get something with him, but for me, he was just kind of
At that time,
At that
yeah.
point.
Like I don't think at that point I used any photos or kept any photos when calling after the lights from the yacht club turned off.
Yeah.
Because life at 2-8 before the sun came up was like so good, just like shooting the wash and all the bokeh and like
Yeah.
that scene. But then like 300 is really tough to get when the lights up and like the ducks are staying kind of in the middle of the channel and not unless it's a mallard.
Yep.
So yeah, you're right. That is a fair assessment. Yeah, we were having a little harder time than you were at that point. But I
Yeah.
already kind of had the shots that I was hoping for,
from the week
or
before.
the opportunity. No, well the week before for sure, but the morning of, like I was really looking forward to just the first couple hours before the sun came up.
Yeah.
Kind of into that right now, but yeah.
You were looking for a specific word. Remember the word?
Shit. I was never good at tests.
You wanted to shoot bokeh.
Oh, bokeh. Yeah, sail bokeh.
There was
Sail
a
bokeh. Yeah.
there was a boat tied up in the harbor, and it had like a blue lights up the mast in the I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't sail. The
No,
triangle
sounds
part.
right. Yep.
So
I
there's
think
a
it sounds
cool
right.
like light.
The poop deck. Yeah.
I don't Sure.
I just wanted to say poop deck. I'm sorry.
Vodka on the poop deck. But so yeah, you had some pictures from the week before of that, and I think you wanted to use it a little
I
bit
think
more
I posted
too.
one today of it has a bit of sail bokeh, very, very, very creamy sort of focus of the
Mhm.
hooded merganser that I just shared today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
I've
one
noticed
had it
you've
in it
started doing that
slightly.
thing where you
Kinda
put the
like
two
it.
pictures. Yeah.
I kind of like it because like when you hit the 300 with proximity with no crop, I don't want to starve the audience of
Of
that
the
detail.
yeah.
So like getting kind of a carousel of a couple swipes of of revealing the scene
Mhm.
and then on my story turning it sideways the full image too
Yep.
to like kind of like I'm really really enjoying how quality this lens is when it comes to proximity. And you know me with proximity. Proximity is king. I've seen people with R7s with a 200 800 and a 1.4 times teleconverter on
I've
it,
seen it with
and
two.
they
The
swear,
two
yeah, the
times
two, and they
teleconverter.
swear by it, and they probably came from a P1000, and that's why they're so
Yeah.
confident. And that's great. That's wonderful.
Hmm.
Everyone has their own cap of what their expectations and enjoyment is.
Hmm.
There's nothing better than being proximity wise to something with Canon's sharpest lens they've ever made. Like it's so good
Yeah.
when it hits that like yeah, of course I'm going to chase that. And of course I'm going to look for species that fall under that category.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You kind of got that category like the lines like okay, acceptable lines. It's really tough to find things like that, but I'd rather go home with nothing 2 or 3 times in a row just to get the opportunity the fourth time to have that species in that proximity. And that's kind of where I've shifted. And you're always shifting with your what you're into last year to what you're into now or even last week. You
Literally
know, it's
1
always
year
ever
ago, you were
changing.
like F11. You don't need anything below F11.
I don't disagree. Like when you're using
It has its place.
because I think the biggest takeaway that I could say for myself is I've always stayed within the limits of the lens.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've always tried to use the lens within its limits to get the best quality out of the lens.
Mhm.
And I'm just doing the same thing with a much shorter lens. That's all.
Do you think this question just came to me while you were yammering on
Yeah, just fucking spitting bullshit. Yeah.
some shit? Do you think that, like a P1000 and that type of camera teach people bad habits because they kind of get used to being able to crop essentially a million miles to see something that's like really far away as opposed to practicing like getting close or something like that?
It depends. I think that comes. I think that is decided by your background. I think a lot of birders are okay with that type of shot because, like, similar to you, like you enjoy watching the bird.
Mhm.
So, like, having a shot with an 800 with a 2 times teleconverter on a crop sensor to them is like I got as close as I could to that bird because I'm there for the bird.
Mhm.
I'm there for whatever bird species is going to give me the best opportunity.
Yeah.
As much as I like the birds, so I think there is a lane there.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference.
Yeah, I think I think that does make sense.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and like I just see so many images of like ducks way far out, shot kind of down. So it's just like it's kind of like the shots that I was taking of the light that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Because the whole area around the duck is in
Yeah.
focus, and you can't.
But that
really
did make but that made sense in your situation.
I was
what
kind
you
of
were trying to
attempting
do.
to do that.
Yeah.
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 It didn't
Yeah.
work. I don't think. But the problem is, I was telling you, I was like, I don't like these, so I may not post them. But someone else might like them, and they
Yeah.
like pretty colors in the silhouette of a duck.
I 100% think you're onto something. Even with the lens you have, with what you were trying, with that location, like you're definitely onto something. Like you said afterwards, he's like, I don't know if I like these or not. There might be something here, but I wish I'd put a little more time into trying.
Yeah,
So
because I was
even convinced there might be something.
I was kind of more excited for hoodie opportunity.
Of course, yeah.
I was just
hyping you up
shooting-
huge.
Well, not.
I'm
the
like, he's
thing-
gonna
like,
be in this corner. He's gonna come out as soon as we go
He'll
down
be
to the
right
shore.
here.
And then like we're putting like eyes on it. We're like, there's no ducks or ice there. And I'm like, oh, this changes everything.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Teddy was like, fuck it, this is a bust.
Yeah, the whole time Teddy was like, "Oh, this sucks." Like,
And then Kyle goes, I don't know what you guys are complaining about. I had a good day. And I looked at Kyle and go, what the fuck did I say?
yeah, you were like, "I don't."
I didn't say
You're right. I think it was mostly Teddy. I like Teddy, but like,
No, Teddy's good. But
Cheer
Teddy's
up,
been
man.
going out a lot lately.
Yeah.
He went to LaSalle. He went to like his expectations might be much greater than yours.
Mhm.
And my expectations
I don't
would be certainly as much more than yours because of the previous week.
Yeah.
But I can adapt to like, well, let's try a different angle. Let's try something different.
Mhm.
It's not there today. So I felt worse that like, sorry, Kyle, like it wasn't there like it was last week.
yeah. You know what I should have done now that I think about it? I was talking before about. I'm gonna say what I should have done and then complain why I didn't do it. What I should have done was, because it was a stationary duck, because it was dark, because I was trying stuff, I should have manually focused.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to
Yep.
autofocus that I
Es-
forget that that's a thing. But
Especially with your focus thickness.
right, but also especially because the 200-800 doesn't really have a dedicated manual focus ring. You have to switch the control ring
Yep.
from either being a control ring to
Yeah.
being a manual focus ring, and it's like behind you almost. It's like if you're holding the lens in a stable fashion, the focus ring is actually closer to the camera than your front hand.
That affects the tech holding technique.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was trying to, at one point I did, and I was trying to like thumb it.
Yeah.
And I have the Roland Pro lens coat on it, which just kind of makes it harder to find the.
Yeah, where you can't feel the textures or the difference in the ring. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the benefits of having that thing on there outweigh that little bit.
Yeah.
Because what I have done in the past with other lens coats and things is take off the pieces that are on like rubber or have a texture, so you can kind of feel where stuff
know
is.
where you are. You kind of have like a home
Yeah.
base or like
Like the little bumps on your F and J
Yeah.
keys. I had to check.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
For your home keys, for your hands.
yeah, and then also I'm so used to 800 now that I just use it as like an 800 f9 prime. I just go thunk
Well,
and then just take pictures.
It's interesting because that's when that lens came out and I had it and then I got rid of it and I'm like, I don't know, I might be interested if they came out with an 800 f9 like, and they didn't like if they just came out with like a prime like that, because like that's when I'm going to use that mostly. And that's
Why doesn't
so
someone?
interest-
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Why doesn't someone?
Well, I was gonna say, why doesn't someone make like a plastic 800 6.3? Because I know that Nikon makes the like
Nikon,
nice one.
The PF, yeah.
Make a plastic one.
Yeah. It's funny though, like what I was about to say is like now that I'm at 300 and like everything in the scene is just so nice and creamy.
Mhm.
There's a lot of the times now where I'm like, I wish I was a little wider too, which is crazy because I'm already at 300.
Mhm.
It's really a mind fuck to like just keep trying gear. I still go back to comparison is the thief of joy. The interesting thing is eventually you'll find joy in what you're using. But like right off the bat, there's thieving there. There's something's being stolen. And it really fucks with you mentally until you really get into it. And you know me, like I'm like a use it, get to know it, get that relationship. And like I have the 135 in my bag, I have the 35, and I didn't even pull it out because I'm so like, nope, the 300 is what I'm shooting right now, and that's what I'm trying to perfect.
You should almost have a 70 to 200 2.8.
I think that's a great move, and maybe get rid of the 135.
Because you wouldn't have, what is it, F2?
What I have now
135?
too. Yeah,
Yeah. So you'd lose some
a third.
F stop, but you're gaining a 2.8 range from
And
70
full-
to 200.
Yeah, yeah. A 7200 with another R8 body would be gorgeous. To
You'd
have
be like a
two-
wedding photographer, but for birds. You're just like, whoosh.
Well, it's funny because that's kind of what I do. Like I treat them like subjects at a wedding because I did that for like 6 years. Like as a second shooter, like I think a lot of my style comes from that where I use them as mm, to stage in a scene. Kind
No,
of
and I
use
think
them. It's
I
very
think that
interesting
does
you said
help.
that.
I think that does help because I don't have that background. I've just tried, like, I started deciding to take pictures of birds, started watching YouTube videos,
Yeah.
and you hear, like, isolate the bird. You want to be close. You want to, like, have multi-bird, like, no background. So I'm just kind of, my thought process is this bird has to be huge in the
Right.
in the frame. I'm not thinking about this sailboat with this cool blue triangle
yeah,
will be
yeah.
sick over here.
I think Instagram influences that too because like you're going
so
from
small.
a 5-inch screen to a 2.5 by 1.5-inch picture, and you're like, I want that to be as big as possible. Similar to why I'm doing kind of a split carousel of the photo to show more because there's more there. I think that there's a lot of influence on why birds are as big as they are. I don't hate it.
I just had the dumbest idea. I need to
We
buy.
love it.
I need to buy the Samsung trifold phone so that
Yes.
when I'm looking at pictures on the inside screen, they'll be way bigger
Yeah.
than I'm
You'll be
looking
able to
at
see
them on
those
here.
crop bombs like
Yeah.
so much better.
Like, look at the no details in this picture.
Yeah. But you are right. I have thought about a 7200, and I'm seeing them for like $900 now.
Yeah, like but I sold an the Mark II one.
Yeah.
For that lady I sold some stuff for, and it was
Yeah.
sick. Like, it.
I used a lot for weddings at the time, like back. In the
Okay,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was surprised at how fast it focused on something. It was like didn't hunt, didn't anything. It was like, whoosh, and it would just stick to stuff.
Yeah. I really wish I got you to. We always just say, "Hey, try this today, try that." It would have been nice to get you to try. I think the 300 is very similar to that.
I think what I should have done is borrowed the 135 on some of those mallards and just tried to get like play with it while I was waiting for the hoodie.
That's another thing I've noticed. The 135 is basically the identical lens to 300, except I just have a little more reach with the 300. So if I get the proximity to be the same, the subject to be the same size in the frame, I think it's nearly identical when it comes to image quality. I think the 135 has a bit more fringing and stuff like that.
That's
Like,
character.
it's just
apparently.
known for it. Yeah, apparently it's character. Yeah, lens character. Whereas I think you're right. The 70 to 200, as much as Rain doesn't want to hear this because 135 brothers for life, because he has one too. The 7200 does give me a different look.
Well, maybe you could donate your 135 to the podcast and someone could play with it.
I'm not against that. I would totally let you fuck around with it for a while.
The
mean-
problem is I'd want it and then I'd have to buy it for $1,000.
1,000. I
I know
paid
that
500.
ad that I sent you.
oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Even when Rain saw it, he was like, the guy wanted like 650. I'm like, oh no, get him down to like 550 at least.
Yeah.
He goes, no, that's pretty reasonable. I go, it is, but I mean, I see them for 450 sometimes if they have a little scratch on the plastic or something.
Yeah, I think, like I've said this before, and I think I comparison might be the thief of joy, but what affects me more is not necessarily realizing how much I like something, and then I'll sell it, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
kinda want
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So-
That seller's remorse.
this fella.
Seller's remorse. Yeah,
I guess, yeah, seller's remorse. This fella,
he's
Chris
holding
Reeve.
up a knife.
I'm holding up a knife. The Chris Reeve Umnumzan. is-
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before.
Okay.
Probably my favorite knife. Easily probably my favorite knife. How about that for a sentence?
Yeah, no, we believe you.
I had one, and then I wanted the Sony 200 to 600, and I was like looking at my knife collection, and I was like, what can I sell from here and sell some other stuff that was camera related to get the Umnums on. Or sorry, to get this 200 to 600. And I sold the Umnums on, and immediately I was like, fuck. Like, I liked the lens was great, and I had no beef with actually having that. But the sacrifice, not that it was, this is literally the most first world problem thing like you can possibly think of. This
very Kyle
expensive
thing, too.
yeah, right.
This is Kyle's segment.
Yeah. So, but how I justified it to myself was, they were at the time. This is knife chat. At the time, there was they're switching steels, and there was the steel called Magna Cut, and the Umnums on and other Chris Reeve knives were going to come out with Magna Cut. So I was like, okay, I sold the original Umnums on so that I could get a Magna Cut one when I have the chance later, and that's what I did. So I rebought this knife, and I don't intend to getting rid of this one. So, but what I was going to say was, I think every time I see a photo that I like based on sort of field of view, it's always a 400 pretty much every time. So I need to get a 400. The problem is
all my photos, guys.
right, every time Matt posts a photo, I'm like,
Well, what's behind you is a 400.
I know, but that lens was a boat anchor. It was
Oh,
sharp.
shit.
It was great, but I'm not carrying around 12 pounds.
Yep.
B2. Oh, I'm carrying way more than 12 pounds. I just said earlier that I was probably going to go on a diet
I want to
soon.
go on a diet.
So I think where my mind is now is comparison to the Thief of Joy. I've tried the 200-800 for a while. Great lens, love it, versatile. I treat it like a prime. I don't use the versatility, even though that was sort of part of the reason that I kind of wanted. Should I try to rearrange things in my life, not buy iPods, because that's my newest addiction that I haven't talked about. And
He said iPods, by the way, guys.
oh, it's not up here. Yeah, iPods. Fuck
Like-
Spotify.
Like
Spuck.
early 2000s iPods.
2007, baby.
Yeah.
7th gen. Basically, you can take them apart, add Actually, who cares? No one watches this. So you can take them apart and add. I was gonna show some parts. You can add bigger batteries. You can solder in Bluetooth. You can, you load a new firmware on them called Rockbox, so you don't need to use iTunes and shit. So like, you can get kind of crazy. I like music. That's why I have thousands of headphones, because I just listen to music all the time. But should I adjust that, sell the 200-800, and try to see if I can get even a rough shape Mark II 400-2.8?
Yeah, like every day, all day.
See, it's easy for you to say that, just like, yeah.
Well,
But then I'm gonna go.
But I've used all these.
Well, yeah, you have. You use the boat anchor V1, which is still sharp as balls.
For a few months. Yeah, I still think the 300 sharper.
I-
I think
Both
the
of them are gonna
400
be sharper than the 200-800.
Yeah,
So,
the 300 is a little sharper than the 400. Sorry, Mike. The 400-2.8 focuses better in low light, though.
oh,
Like, it grabs, like, it's great. My 300 is a little slower, a little off. That also could be the shape it's in. That could be the motors might need some oil. Like, they're old lenses. Maybe it needs a little bit of a service. I might take it to Sun Camera and get them to do a service on it. Or it might just be a little bit slower. But the funny thing is, like, the 400 is a much larger piece of glass, so wouldn't it take more to push it? And, like, wouldn't you think that the 300 would be a little better? It's actually the opposite in my opinion. It's not much. It's minuscule, but, like, I do think the 400 was a little bit more superior when it came to, like, low light acquiring of. I was getting, like, the long ears in flight.
Yeah.
Then I took the 300 there, and I had a little bit harder of a time, although it wasn't in the bright area like it was before. So that might not be a great comparison. Don't want to go on too much of a tangent here, but I like what you're saying. But I also like the 200-800 because you're not going to like the 400-2.8 as much for bird photography. The songbird lens that is one of the best ones you can get is the 200-800.
I just had a
great
dumb
songbird
idea.
lens.
but like a good dumb idea. I think because of the 200-800, I've started seeing the 800 F11s for like less expensive.
Yeah.
So 400 2.8 paired with an 800 f11.
No, just get the 2.8. Just get the
Yeah,
Mark 3 2x
Mark III.
teleconverter.
Oh, that's another idea.
Just get the Mark 3 2 times teleconverter. Then you got your 800 5.6. Your Richard. Your life's wonderful.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to find money. Do I need
You know
that
what I
bike
mean, though?
anymore?
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
Yeah.
don't get an F11 at that point. Like, listen to me.
Listen
I
to
was like,
you. You've come so
only-
far, sir.
only get F11. You only need F11. It's funny because I mentioned today that I wanted to mentor somebody, and everyone laughed at me like, "You're shit. You don't. Nobody wants to mentor you."
No one wants to listen to you.
Even Ray messaged me. He's like, "You suck." No, he didn't. I'm just kidding. It was a thing that Rain and I were talking about because I mentioned it, and then Ray had messaged me, and I took a screenshot because I had like a bunch of messages, and he's like, "Oh, is Ray looking for a mentorship?" It was a funny joke. I told him no. I told him I didn't want to mentor him. That's why I was telling Rain. It was a funny inside joke.
You can pay him to live in his van for a year or something.
Yeah. But it's funny because like if I mentored somebody, if this is just my free time, like I want to try to get somebody that wants to get into the game. I think I picked somebody.
Going far.
Somebody that wants to get into wildlife, like that's fresh, that kind of has a great base to start of photography skill, whether they do landscape, they do drone photography, whatever they do. Someone that knows what they're doing but wants to get into wildlife. I think I found my guy. But if I did this a year ago, what I'm gonna teach him is like so much different than now. So like you really got to take everything with a grain of salt, which is so interesting. And I don't think it's like being a hypocrite like we've joked about. I think it's just I think a lot of the times we had explained that we would love to use these top quality lenses, but we were talking budget so much. And that's kind of what it is.
You've still kind of done that. Like,
oh, I got this thing for $1,600. Like that's $1,000 less than your lens.
hate when you say words like that.
No, but that's why I sold the 200 800. Like everyone's like, "Oh, you didn't like it." It's like, no. I go, but I'm starting to put it into perspective that I can get a lens that's like a pro quality lens 20 years ago that still holds up, that still focuses and works adapted better than the 150-600 that Sigma. People are still spending $1,200 and $1,300 on a fucking 150-600 Sigma. Which, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed shooting Keith's. It actually opened my eyes to adapting, but it led me here. Because like you can pick one up, like you could probably pick up a non-IS for $1,100. Would I suggest getting non-IS? I don't know. But like the options are there. The 100-500 and the 200-800 are kind of ruining it for like all of these lenses to a degree.
Ruining it, but also maybe driving their prices down a little bit.
Driving their prices down. But if you're going songbirds, like you don't want a 300 or 400. You want a 600 f4. And you want and then you want a 1.4 TC probably. Songbirds are tough. You're not going to see me. You're not going to see me shoot songbirds. You're not going to see a lot of songbirds in the future with me because I'm not going to do it.
I was going to go back in my
shorebirds. I'm going to go for owls. I'm going to go for semi-larger bird loons in the summer. Like you're just going to kind of see a sort of transition into something that fits that bill.
Let's go back. I was like, okay, songbirds. Let's see the last time I posted a songbird. Owl, owl, kingfisher, duck, duck, owl, 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 shorebird.
Is 2026 the changing of Kyle now? Because 2025
you
was
changed
very much
last year,
Matt.
yeah. Then I got a seagull. I love that people hate when people call them seagulls.
Seagulls.
So I'm just gonna continue doing that.
That's not a real bird.
I definitely have. I like birds. But there are some that I don't give a fuck about. Basically, 90% of gulls, I could care less. And I saw some...
Except for Glaucus.
Glaucus? Thanks, Jamie, for ruining that one.
Glaucus.
Party... What are they called? Party gulls?
Party B?
Yeah, hold on. The ones with the black face that live around here.
No, Bonapartes?
Bonapartes.
Yeah.
Party.
Oh.
Party gulls.
Okay.
Because they kind of flap around like terns and stuff. I couldn't think of the word Bonapartes.
Okay.
I like Bonapartes because they like they remind me of terns, and I fucking love a tern. A lesser or greater blackback, just because they're massive. Glaucus, I don't really give a shit about because they just look like a big herring gull.
Mhm.
There's a big stink about fucking some kind of weird gull somewhere in Ontario right now, and people were like trying to identify. It's like, oh, first in Ontario. I'm like,
First in Ontario's.
I
Pretty
wouldn't notice. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even look
right.
at that flock.
Right.
But anyway, so I was just looking through my pictures to see, but it's like heron, gull, swallow, but it was close. So like you can kind of
Yeah, swallows
out.
you can kind of work with on any focal
Yeah.
length. I was shooting them at 35.
okay. So
So-
here's the problem. Then it's like warb, sparrow,
Yeah.
warb.
But is that time of year?
Yeah, but
Like, I obviously it is, but is it like just? Do you? Yeah, that's interesting.
ospreys I could get close enough to. I don't really worry about them. Juncos, but like I think I could probably get away with. I would want 4, and I would definitely want at least a 1.4 TC because 600 ish. I've shot for a while, so I think I could be fine with 600. I
What about
shot 300 on a crop for a while, which is 420 or something like that.
What about 300 with the 2 times?
I would probably.
Does that get your 6, 5, 6?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, another dumb Kyle thing.
400 is great though.
When so guy at my old work got me into headphones. I don't have a single pair of headphones that are the same as his pairs of headphones.
Oh, okay.
So
You
I
would,
have this.
you're not grabbing the 300.
That's just a dumb. Unless I
nope.
bought like a V2.
I get it. I get it. Because
I don't
when
know why.
Mike had the 400 and we were doing like the racing stuff, which I'm going to plan on doing in the dog days of summer. Why the hell not?
Yeah,
I'm not
for
going to
sure.
go chase warblers. So, I said, keep the 400. I'll add a 300. Why would I get another 400? So I
Mhm.
totally understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that concept.
If that 400 was lighter,
Yeah.
I would be messaging Mike.
I'm pretty sure the Mark II gets you down to like 8 pounds.
That's doable.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's doable.
Because I think my 300 is 5 and change. It's not quite 5.5. It's just under 5.5.
You
it's
used to
close
shit
the
on me for my
6,600.
6 pounds 60 to 600. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
6-ish.
I don't think I like zoom lenses. I think that's more what I'm shitting on.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I like zoom lenses.
As you always
Again,
say, you
I
have
just-
feet.
Yeah.
This feels like a therapy session where I'm getting convinced that
This
I've
is
been
all
wrong.
a therapy session
it's great.
for somebody. Even when we're talking like Fallout, I'm sure somebody was
Somebody
therapy
was
for
loving
them.
it.
Yeah, somebody. But yeah, anyway, it's interesting that. I mean, back in the day, I'd be like, Kyle, stop the gears. The gears don't need to turn. Don't put any oil on them. But like, I think you're gonna be happy otherwise because the 200-800 is a great lens. Like,
Hmm.
you know.
But I think like that I fall into this trap with it, and I know other people do. We've talked about it. Size of bird in the image.
Yeah.
Versus focal length versus proximity. It's like I'm still close to the birds.
Yeah.
Bird's bigger, but I'm losing background. And background is what makes the image more artistic.
And then you add the rendering into it.
And then the
Because like if you have
IQ.
like if you have a small in frame or medium in frame bird at 300, kind of similar to that mallard with like the bokeh up top and the shimmer in the water.
Mhm.
It doesn't distract that much from the bird itself because of the isolation, even though it was a distance away,
Mhm.
because of how the rendering around it is just like not taking away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the like
It's essential.
yeah.
Certainly helpful.
And what's interesting, not that I should be concerned about this. You shouldn't, in fact, be concerned about this. But like one of the things I think people think megapixels equals crop, which is not wrong, but IQ equals crop. You have a 24 megapixel camera. You can crop into that on that lens, and it looks
This lens.
Great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So-
I have more croppability now. As much as I don't want to admit it, I do
Right.
have some like, wiggle room. Yep.
but that's not like it's a different way of thinking about how you can crop more.
Right.
The image that you're starting with, if it's cleaner, sharper, better,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
have more power.
You're not
there.
going to be accentuating like the bad
Right.
parts.
You're not making the
Yeah.
bad bigger. You're making the good
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. No,
Uh,
you're right.
But when you and then the next step is then maybe adding the high megapixel
Yeah,
camera
sure.
to that.
Sure.
and then-
I've considered that. Yeah.
So I don't need the R8's fine. I'm used to it. It's great. It takes good pictures. I don't need
Yeah.
an R5.
And that's why they say though, invest in glass. Don't be married to a body.
marry the lens, date
Marry
the body.
lens, date the body. You know, take it to the drive-in, fool around a bit.
Wine and dine the lens.
Take me to your best friend's house. But yeah, yeah, like I'm learning. I'm still learning. I shouldn't be mentoring anybody. I'm still
Mentoring
fucking
me.
learning. Like, yeah, I there is so much to be said about marrying glass, and I think the biggest downside in the past was me not thinking that pro level stuff is affordable.
Mhm.
But there are some affordable options that still do a good job if you're open to it.
If anyone wants to buy 200, 800. I
Oh
don't know.
shit.
Or
This is literally that's the episode title. If
anyone wants
to
for sale, 200 to 800.
please make that.
You want me to make that?
episode
Okay. All right.
No, I don't know. If you can't think of anything else, make it
No,
that.
that is good.
That would be hilarious. It's that or Fallout 4.
Yeah. For sale, 200. I'm writing it down so I don't forget.
Oh shit.
But yeah, like I have
Excuse me.
when you started messing around with those, I started thinking. I've thought about it before. It's a fight with the I want the latest and greatest versus something better from years ago. But then also that's what I started with. Like I started with older good Sonys that were awesome, but they didn't have some of the newer like software features.
Yep.
So if I apply the same logic to something without software, the lens, it should make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also a downside to older gear too. Like you're gonna invest in something that might fail.
Yep.
Like that's just reality.
Mhm.
So you don't want to go crazy and spend like $7,000 on like a 200, 400 with the TC. Although I bet they still service that.
Those are heavy lens too.
Yeah, they still service something like that. Whereas like that 400 that Mike has, I don't think they service that.
I think all V1s they don't have parts for it.
Yeah, this one I don't think they like. You can take it to like Sun Camera. You can take it to stuff like that. They can mess around with it.
I because I'm a crazy person, might attempt to take something apart myself.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm out.
You know what? My snowblower didn't break.
Oh,
But-
that's different. That's mechanical. Yeah, that's.
Well, so is a lens though.
It's got some components that are electrical. that
Right.
are important. That are important. If my snowblower doesn't throw the snow quite as far as it used to, it's no big deal. If that thing doesn't focus like I want, shit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know. I get
But I'm
what you're
getting
saying,
into
but-
like soldering maybe little tiny things
Yeah.
onto an iPod.
Yeah,
motherboard,
you're
so-
getting some experience. Yeah, I understand that. And you build computers and yeah.
That's easy. That's Lego.
No, I understand that, but like you're like I'm just like, oh, somebody else do it.
I'm in tech, you know. I hate when people say that because I'm not. I'm in IT. It's different.
Sure, it's the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe the next week I'm like, hey, I got a new lens. Probably not. But I'm gonna do my annoying thing. If anyone's ever heard from me on Facebook Messenger, I'm gonna apologize. I'm really annoying. But I'll be like, hey, would you take this for this thing? And then they're like, no. And I'm like, okay. And then I'll like wait and ask later again and like I'm still here. Or I'll be like or they'll be like, yeah, and I'll be like, okay, I just gotta shuffle everything around in my entire life to make this work. and then like I'll have to delay, and then I'll be like, and I'll talk to like 19 people, and I'll have like 5 of them lined up for one day. So if one fucks up, then I can move to the next.
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
We're so different because I'll literally only message the person that I want, what they want, and I'll say, "Don't fuck around. I'll be there when I say I'm gonna be there. Be the seller that I want you to be. I'm gonna be the buyer you need." Like I don't message anybody else unless like I wait and decide.
I've
on how
literally
different that is.
I've literally become, at the very least, casual acquaintances with multiple people, just
Yeah.
from Facebook Marketplace
Yeah,
transactions.
I have a few times. Yeah, I've had a few times. Yeah, talk to somebody. Somebody's
guy-
offered to buy something from me that they
Yeah.
didn't quite have. Yeah, you just get into talking.
Or even like there's a guy who I bought some headphones from, and we like now just like talk headphones back and forth occasionally. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, there's genuine people out there.
Yeah.
They're not all like me.
Or me. Yeah, I don't know. I do like this idea.
Sleep on it. A couple days.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna say. They say that I think Craig told me this. They say with people with ADHD, you're supposed to write a want down and then wait a week. If you still want it, then it's like something you should pursue. But if you've forgotten about it entirely, like you clearly
Right.
didn't need it.
Yeah. Interesting enough, I think I don't knee jerk reaction react on things. Like when I bought the 135, I think it took me like a month to actually pull the trigger on it.
You talk and mull and
Yep.
pros
Yep.
and cons, which
I
is
feel
great
like
too.
have
I
a
do
bit
that
of
condensed.
ADHD. Yeah, I feel like I do have a bit of ADHD. It's controlled, I think. I think most
think-
people are kind of.
Want to know a hot
What?
take? I got a hot take.
Yeah, I'm hot take.
It's not.
Cue
It's a
the
tangent. now.
music. We have music for the hot take.
Hot take. I don't mind if people say certain things are on a spectrum. That's fine.
Everybody's
There's
on
different-
the spectrum of some sort.
That's what I was gonna say. The
Yeah,
moment there's a
sorry.
spectrum, everybody's on it
Yeah.
because you can be zero.
Yeah.
So
tell me
like,
tell me what color isn't on the spectrum of the prism or whatever. You know
right?
what I mean?
They're all there.
They're all there. Yeah.
But they're like, I might be on the spectrum for ADHD.
No, you are. 100%.
Yeah, you're either 0 or 100. You're somewhere between 0 and 100. Like you could be 0, but you're still on the scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just a weird way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
I just don't. That term kind of bugs me, just because of kind of
it became
math.
popular when like we were trying to like put people in groups.
People love to be in groups.
They do. Well, it's tribal.
So this is way off, but like I have this thought. I've applied it to stuff that probably I've learned I shouldn't have. So I don't. But anymore. People want to be in groups, like I just said. But then the groups get too big. So then someone in the group will leave because
Yep.
they have a slightly different idea. And then other people, like, actually, yeah, like that idea. And then they go off, make their own group, and have their own little group. That grows until it becomes too big. And then someone
Yep.
spines off from that. I see that in basically everything.
Mhm.
From personality traits to hobbies to opinions to world events.
Yep.
And it's interesting. Like, I used to piss me off, but like it's more like I'm the kind of person, this is gonna be creepy. I'm the kind of person who loves to people watch. Like, I'll just watch people interact.
Oh, dude,
with the-
Disney is the best for people.
Oh man. Oh, we're talking about going. I might be going in December again.
Next December, I'm going in March.
This December, like 26.
I'll be
Um,
there in a couple months.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, people watching.
Yeah, I'll just sit. Like, I'll get it. Like, Epcot's the best. So I'll just be
Yeah.
sitting there with some kind of a drink,
Of
and
course.
I'll be just watching people. I know I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Fucking moms or dads with ears on being angry at their child doing something is one of my favorite things to see.
That
It's
would be
so
That
funny.
would be a great Instagram just account itself. It's just-
Oh man, if I lived in Orlando, I would
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't know
that.
why people are walking around doing lives all the time. You should
Yeah,
be
focus
getting
on
this
some other one.
gold.
It's kind of like it would be a new version of People of Walmart.
Yeah. I was getting back to quickly what you're saying about that tangent about like groups and stuff. I
Mhm.
think the reason groups kind of evolve and like get smaller and then grow again is because like the level of importance of the individuals in each group
Mhm.
gets lower and lower for certain people that they jump to another group for the importance to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep.
Because people want to be,
Yeah, it's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. it's interesting. It's just interesting the way society people work. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
No, we're
if
talking
I
about
should
anything.
buy a 400 2.8.
Yeah, and it is yes.
Okay. Question,
It's always yes.
because I'm impatient. Not that this would necessarily be quicker, but would a 500 F4 be a bad idea?
No. Good option.
Put
Put a 1.4 on it. You get a 750 5.6. Yeah,
Is it a 700?
750. It'd be 750, wouldn't it?
500
With the
times
1.4.
1.4?
Kind of. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's 7
yeah.
something. I'm going to bust out a
I think
calculator
it's
or something dumb.
I think it's 750.
500 times 1.4. 700.
Oh, 700. Well, fuck. Sorry.
I don't
This
know.
isn't a math fucking podcast.
No,
all
it's
right?
not.
I'm sorry.
Remember when your teacher, when you were a kid, was like, "You'll never have a calculator in your pocket." Oh, well, what the fuck is this thing?
And I still don't use it.
I,
You're,
yeah.
you're right. I don't. And I'm gonna be.
I
Wrong
don't.
still.
I do, but I don't.
I like being wrong, even when I'm right.
I think. Here's what I do. So I go, "This is what I want.
That laugh was just.
This is, this is what I do. What I want is here, and I extend the brackets to make the options bigger, so that I would be okay with anything in this range.
Sure.
So I think
Move the goalposts. Sure.
300 2.8 V2 to 500 for. I'll have to see how much they weigh, because if the 400 V1 is 12 pounds, I can't imagine the V15 is lighter than that.
I think Cody, a guy that listens to the pod that I talk to a lot.
Hi, Cody.
He has the V1. Cody Lau. Lough. I've done this before. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Sure.
Manitoba boy. He has the 500 F4, and I think it's 9 pounds.
The
I
V1.
think. Yeah, I don't know if he has.
Why is the 400 so heavy?
Because it's a massive piece of glass.
Well, so would the 500 4B.
I think it's smaller though.
I bet you the front element is similar.
No, the 400 is the same element as the 800 5.6 because they take the same lens hood. This one here.
Oh.
The lens hood on this. You probably can't hear me.
I can sort of.
The lens hood on this is the 300 2.8 or the 400 DO F4.
I don't want that lens. That's what I know
It's
I
actually-
don't want.
It's the V2 is very good.
The 2, yes. 1, no, is what I've
Yeah.
heard.
Because basically you throw a 1.4 on that and you get like 420 F4 and
Yeah.
it basically becomes the DO. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's still listening? Raise your hand. Once we get to gear talk, everyone's like, "Yeah, whatever. What's Kyle? What's Matt?
I don't
buying?
know.
What does Matt hate this time? What is Kyle buying next time?"
Okay. If
oh
we
yeah, I
had,
forgot that I didn't mind when you guys weren't podcasting.
if we had like a subtext, or like it would be like if it's whatever 2, and this time it's personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like Angry Bird podcast. What's Matt hate and what's Kyle buying next?
Basically, we need a ticker at the bottom, like the Nasdaq.
Just like a lower third with
yeah.
headlines. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Matt hates this. Kyle's interested in that.
Or
What
should
you
keep a
Kyle buy?
tally, like a list of all this. Actually,
Yeah.
do you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I've watched a bit. Yeah.
Okay. There's an episode where the main character and his best friend work together, Peralta and Boyle, and they have to go on like an extended stakeout, and their captain was like, "We can rotate people out so you guys don't get like sick of each other." They're like, "We're best friends. Like, we're never gonna get sick of each other." So then they're living together in this same room for a couple days, and Boyle starts doing something annoying. So Peralta's like, "Okay, no more doing that." And then Boyle's like, "All right, well then you can't do this anymore." And he's like, "Okay, fine. Well, you can't do that, and I can't do this. That's no problem. We're good. We're fine." And then it sort of goes days and days later, and they have this whole list on the wall
Of
for
all the
each of them. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do these things. You can't do these things.
Yeah.
That'll be just like stuff Matt hates and stuff Kyle's bought.
Ever growing.
But recently, it's been you buying more stuff, so it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah. a little out of character.
I was unemployed for a bit, so
I feel
give me a break.
feel pretty comfortable right now. We'll see in a couple months.
Right, that's the problem.
I don't see that thing going anywhere.
Oh.
The 135 and the 7200 thing, you kind of got my. But
You're going to be sending me 400-28 ads, and I'm going to be sending you 70 to 200 ads.
it's been settled.
It works. It works for me. Yeah. I don't have anything else to talk about.
Nope. I
It's
think that's a
getting
show,
hot
buddy.
in my room. That is
Yep.
a show.
That is a show. I hope that you all are happy that we're back. We saved that to the end, so you could be like, "Yeah, I'm not sure actually."
Yeah. Oh yeah, these guys. I forgot about that. Let's see.
I was
oh,
always
right.
like, "Did the podcast end?" I really, and then you're like, "Oh wait, no, I don't really care." Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna go back
we
to
don't
not listening to the whole episode.
we don't intend on going anywhere. We
No, we're
might
having
take
fun.
breaks here and there, but
Yeah.
we'll come back. Maybe if we put some more effort into this, we'll like pre-plan some episodes so we won't have breaks next time. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I think that's what real podcasts do, but we'll find out.
Yeah, but we're not a real podcast.
Oh, that's fine. We
Everything,
don't have to.
guys. Everything is organic. It just goes
Off the cuff,
off the cuff,
off the wood, rough,
off
No,
the
that's-
wall.
I was trying to think if there was. Oh, roof. Is there
Roof.
a bird called a ruff? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yes,
shouldn't.
yeah, and a German sports car.
Wow, what a callback to GTA or no, GT like 2. I think that's where I learned about the rough.
Rough.
They're like tuned Porsches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's sick.
Let's
What?
stop before we get into another tangent.
Talking about
German
video
sports
games
cars.
from German sports cars and video games from the early 2000s.
Yep.
I have no idea whose turn it is.
I'll do
Do
it.
you?
No, I'll do it.
Go for it.
Sure.
You-
What do
like-
what
Like, subscribe, and follow, and all that nonsense.
what do I do again?
I think you just kind of say like when you might want the music to kind of begin, and then someone will like insert the song like right at that point.
Do we still have the guy that does that? Like, he had
I
to
think
leave
so.
after
I gotta
this?
call him.
Yeah.
But I think so. I haven't talked to him in a
Oh, wait,
month.
well, I'm gonna test it and see if it works, and start the music now.
Oh, he's still there. All right. That was lame.
Feathers, beak, and wings, all up in the lanes. Kyle and Matt snapping, capturing
Bye.
all the trends.
That's
Peeping
show.
through the scope, freeze frame the fly. Angry Bird Pod Show,
They
aiming
did.
for the sky. Oh, they click in the snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this one never in the past. Eagles, hawks, and kestrels, flying so divine. Peep the live broadcast, podcast goldmine. Twisting in the air, birds of every kind. Critics gonna chirp, but they ain't ever dying. Zooming in on sparrows, robins in the mist. Matt's got the shutter, Kyle's got the twist. Feathered friends in flight, equipped with the strut. Angry Bird Pod Show, capturing the cut. Oh, they click in the snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this one never in the past. On the twilight, watch the colors flash. Birds of every shade in a photogenic dash. No need for fame, just the birds flying free. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Oh, they click and they snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this but never in the past. Eagles, hawks, and kestrels, flying so divine. Keep the live broadcast, podcast goldmine. Twisting in the air, birds are back, so fine. Brain Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tuning in next week, this but never in the past. In the past. Tuning in next week, this but never in the past. In the past. Zooming in on sparrows, robins in the mist. Matt's got the shutter, Kyle's got the twist. Feathered friends in flight, equipped with the strut. Angry Bird Pod Show, capturing the cut. From dawn to twilight, watch the colors flash. Birds of every shade in a photogenic dash. No need for fame, just the birds flying free. Angry Bird Pod Show, bringing all the glee. Oh, they click and they snap, see the birds on the map. Angry Bird Pod Flow, flipping through the recap. Kyle and Matt, dropping wings on blast. Tune in next week, this but never in the past. From the past. Bring in all the glee. Bring in all the glee.